Bring the noise. Bring the noise. All right, baby. Friday night and it's all right. Good evening to each and every one of you, and welcome to the Friday night edition of Music Lovers LTD. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well out there. We are well here. We're supposed to have, we are going to have our guest. He was here, and we got somehow, modern technology. I always tell you that it works when it works, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. So he'll be back. We're hoping that he'll come back and join us. Miss Dr. Marshall Thompson, the last living, surviving member of the Charlottes. Give him a nice round of applause if you guys would. All right. Yeah. He'll be back with us. We're in the interim, while he's getting back and getting all the technical stuff done, we're going to talk about this great group called the Charlottes. As you know, many of you that are looking and listening to us tonight are in love or have been in love with some of the Charlotte's greatest songs, like Toby, like Have You Seen Her, like For God's Sakes, Give More Power to the People, and many, Old Girl. I forgot about Old Girl. I tell you what, we're going to go around the room, and everybody's going to state their name. You already know who they are, but they're going to say them anyway. And tell us, everybody, music lovers, tell us your favorite song and why. And then when Marshall comes in, we're going to just bring him right on in. We'll start out with you, the professor, because you got the background and you got the CD there and all that kind of. What is your favorite song, babe?
Well, again, you know me. I can't pick just one. It never works. But I'm going to say the top three. Give More Power to the People.
All right.
I thought it was catchy, and I think it was around the time when Hardy Williams was running, and catchy tune. We were kids and we followed the truck around when he was running for office.
Okay.
I Want to Pay You Back. And of course everybody loved Toby, but when I would buy a 45, I played both sides. The flip side of Toby is called That's How Long. I love this.
Boy. Oh boy. That's a hidden gem there. That's a hidden gem there. Yeah, that's a hidden gem. Yeah. That's a hidden gem. Yeah. DD, what you got?
I loved Hot on a Thing Called Love. That song,
Watch yourself,
I don't
now.
know.
Watch yourself.
That song it did it for me,
Okay.
It just did it for me. And I like Give It Away. And of course, oh my goodness. Okay. Can't it went right there, went back. Oh,
okay.
Oh Girl. Yeah, I love that too. Yeah.
Okay. Drew, what you got?
I'm gonna go with a couple up-tempo ones that you probably forgot about. Hot on the Thing was one of them. And I love that because that's a steppers, line dance song, or whatever you want to call it. I see everybody doing steps on that.
Right. Okay.
A Lonely Man. That's one of the ballads. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was about 6-7 minutes long, man. But man, the spoken word, I guess that was Eugene Record. I got to ask Marshall who's doing the spoken word on that. But that's one of my all-time favorites. And I watched Marshall and his group perform this a couple years ago in Atlantic City. Stoned Out of My Mind.
Okay, great song.
Nice funky grooves. I mean, the Charlottes are known for their ballads, but some of their up-tempo songs that we just mentioned are just as fire, just as much on fire as the slow one, in my opinion.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Marshall.
Well, Drew, Marshall's back. Let's holler at him and get him on the horn. Marshall, can you hear me, my brother?
I hear you, buddy. I hear everything you're saying. I got that phone cut off.
We got you on there. Welcome to Music Lovers LTD, our Friday Night Live podcast. We are very, very honored to have you here as to who you are. And as we were talking earlier off mic, about the loyalty. I'll use that word. The loyalty that this entertainment business has offered you and owes you for all of the time well spent with the Shylights, and now that you're training new guys to keep the name coming along, and you just about know everybody in the business, man. It's a tip. We tip our hat to you, and we say welcome to you to come on our show.
Well, it's been a pleasure to be out here this long 65 years as leader of the Shylights. So I've met quite a few people over the 65.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That you have a job for 65 years that you love and they never worked.
Well, it wasn't for Gladys Knight gave me my first break. I wouldn't be probably doing what we talked about today.
Okay. Well, since you brought that up, Marshall, tell us how that transpired. How did that come about that Gladys Knight gave you the first break?
Well, what happened is coming out of high school, I went to Deuce Albert High School in Chicago, and Eugene Record went to Inglewood High School. Squirrel and Red went to Hyde Park High School. So after we got out of high school, and I learned how to play drums with Captain Walter Dyer as a drummer. So after that, I went to the Regal Theater, went to Regal Theater, and Gladys Knight was playing there, and I had been practicing her music for about 3 weeks. And I sit in the audience at sound check, and Gladys didn't have a drummer. So I said, Gladys, can I play the drums? I know your drummer's not here. So I got up there and played the gig. I froze when the curtains opened up because that was my very first show that I ever did in my life. I couldn't move my feet. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't move nothing. So Gladys' brother say, Marshall, play them drums like you did at rehearsal. So I say, my mother and them sitting in the front seat, all my friends live around the corner. I only live 2 blocks from the theater, the Regal Theater in Chicago. So man, I end up wailing on the second song, and I kept the job for the whole week.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. And just think, you and Gladys are sort of still out here performing at this time now. That's a great memory, man.
Right on.
That's a great memory.
Very good friend.
Before you came in, Marsh, we went around the table and we're asking everybody their favorite song. The only one we didn't get to is Wrestle Spirit. I want to let her Wrestle. I want to let you tell us your favorite song, and you start off with your questioning to Marshall about whatever it is you want to question about.
Okay. Well, 2 of my songs. Well, I had many, not just 1 or 2, but for God's sake, give more power to the people. And that was because it was like a direct call of empowerment and justice resonating with the themes of the civil rights and the Black liberation then. And then there was also, there would never be any peace until God is seated at the conference table.
Wow.
And that song carried like a spiritual and a political undertones reflecting the unrest and the hope of that era. So my question would be, do you see
wait a minute, hold on. Because somebody tell me what Wrestle Spirit is. Who the hell is this talking with all this undertone and what?
That's called research.
Politicals and all. What is this? Who is this?
That's called research. But listen, I want to know, do you see Black Music Month as a celebration, a call to action, or both?
I think it's both of them. I think it's a great celebration for that, but let's go back to power to the people. We was on the bus coming from actually the East Coast up there in New York City, and we thought it would give more power to the people. And when we got home, we was playing the song, and also then I got a call from the Black Panther Party, and they want to put it in the movie Power to the People, the Panther movie. So from there, that song just took off like crazy. We couldn't even stop the song.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Good question there, Russell. Good question. Drew, come on in, man.
Hey, Dr. Marshall, again, thank you so very much for joining us. And I hope you don't mind. It's not like I'm trying to outdress you. I just want to honor you. This is my way of honoring you, your career, and your dedication to the craft. So, I hope you don't mind, sir. You mentioned Gladys Knight.
You sharp in the cat.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. You're the inspiration for that, sir. Anyway, you mentioned Gladys Knight. But I also learned that you also started out in them early years, not only with Gladys Knight, but with Major Lance. Can you talk a little bit about how that association
Well,
helped?
what happened is when I left Gladys Knight playing at the Regal Theater for that week, I was there for 7 days.
Mhm.
You know, like 7 days at the Apollo Theater, the Uptown Theater in Philly.
Mm.
Everybody stayed there for the whole week. So after I got off that gig, Major Lance had me come downtown to see Carl Davis. And he said, man, listen, you playing drums with Gladys Knight? Come on, play with me. My drummer just got drafted. So I went out with Major Lance for about 2 years. And that's how I really got into it then. And our manager, which was
Wow.
Muhammad Ali, was our manager back then. I told him
Oh,
that,
really?
hey, they wanted us at the Ray Barnett Cinder Club. And he said, we'll bring you to Ray, but we needed a name to draw the people. So we went over there to the hotel, me and Ray Barnett, and talked to Muhammad Ali. And he said, okay, put my name on the marquee out there. He put his name up on that marquee. People were wrapped around the block. And we got in there and sung. They didn't know who he were, but they knew he was from Chicago. So we went and
Wow.
sung, and we got that gig for a week.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now, see,
Awesome.
that's something new, Dr. Marshall. I knew you was a harmonica player, but I didn't know you started out as a drummer. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played
Yeah.
that's
on a lot of records. Twine, it's twine time. Ooh, that's my drum.
Yeah.
I'm playing drums on
really.
that. You
Mm.
know, I'm
Alvin
playing on.
Cash, Alvin
Yeah, I'm
Cash and the
playing on a
Crawlers.
couple. Yeah, I was
That's
catching the
the
calls. I'm
Wow.
playing on some
Alvin
of
Cash and
Jackie
the Crawlers.
Wilson's records. Yeah, I played on
Wow.
Jackie Wilson's records, a lot of those. I played on the Lovelights. I don't know how can I tell my mom and dad I've been
Right.
banned. I played
Mm.
on that.
Right.
And I played
Wow.
played congos on Beyonce's song "Crazy in Love."
Okay.
That
Oh,
was your
Yeah,
really?
song.
I
Oh, my
played a lot of
goodness.
records. Mhm.
Wow.
We
Mm.
got a
I didn't
legend here,
realize you
Jay.
were a multi-instrumentalist.
We got a true
Yeah,
legend here. That's for sure.
Jay Z's birthday song. I played congos on that as well.
Okay.
Is that
December
right?
Okay.
4th.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
We got a true
Wow. That's
legend here.
awesome.
We got a true legend.
Yes,
Good
yes, we
question,
did.
Drew. Come on in, DD.
Good evening, Mr. Marshall. I want to say you were one of my favorite groups whenever you came anywhere near Philly, New York,
Mm-hmm.
DC, Baltimore. I was there. I loved
Mhm.
that y'all were always dressed, and the hats,
Mm.
that was it. But they just, I mean, it was just, you don't see groups like that now. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
We don't.
my favorite song that y'all ever did was Hot on a Thing Called Love. I don't know why it was, but that song did something to me. I played it all the time. My
Wow.
grandson
Oh,
loved that song, okay?
Right
Because
on.
on Saturdays, after we cleaned up, I put on music, we dance, he danced with me, then we sit down and read books. So he
Wow.
knew all y'all songs. He
Wow.
was like 5 years old, but he just wanted to be with his mom, so he had to do what I did.
That
But
was
There
he
you go.
fantastic.
loved he loved old music,
And
but the
what I
Shylights
did,
were
let me say, I'm not cutting you off. I'm sorry, but that's why I went and re-recorded "Hot on a Thing" again. That's my new
mhm,
record out now, doing very well out there. Mhm.
okay. Yeah, but
Good.
you always one of the groups that you always knew when they came with it.
Right
Okay,
on.
yes,
Right
nothing
on.
else.
Yes.
It's a
You knew
pleasure.
you were in for a good show.
Yes.
Right
Right.
on. Right
Right.
on.
Good point, DD. We to our listeners, we talked about this a little bit off mic before we came on, that the Shylights and the Temptations and Gladys and those groups from back in the day, they set the formula and set the stage for people to be dressed and how they should appear coming on the stage. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it's not like that today. But the Shylights still live up to that reputation by coming in sharp as attack. They still do. And I
Mm.
tip my hat to you because you guys have done a lot. And even now, Marshall, with you being sort of retired but not retired, you still bring that same energy, that same look, that same suave
Mm.
to the stage, which a lot of groups can't do
Right on.
anymore. And I appreciate it, man.
Right on. Right on,
Yeah,
right on. Well, that's all we know. We know how to come in there, get dressed, get sharp, and hit that stage. You got to look good first, and then you open up your
Right?
mouth, and then you go from there. You know.
sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Come on in, Professor.
Just a minute. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Marshall. But to
Yeah.
piggyback on that, I said when we were off the air, I love how y'all dress. The first thing you
Thank you.
get is a visual before anybody opens their mouth.
That's
And then
true.
That's
you can
right.
back it up with those lyrics and that melody, all
Mhm.
that. All that.
Yeah.
So my question
That,
is, your major chart success came after signing with Brunswick. So, what was the turning point moment that you really felt like the Shy Lights had made it?
Ooh, good
well,
question.
Good
when we
question.
got to Brunswick Records, we was cutting songs, changed our name, and we used to be Marshall and the Shy Lights. Then we changed it to the regular Shy Lights, came out with Give It Away. So what happened is when we got our new management team out of Philadelphia, they came above us, Mr. Tommy V. He came and he was managing Flip Wilson, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, the Queen, Rita Franklin. We got with him to be our manager. That was our new manager. And he asked us, listen, I want to put y'all on the Flip Wilson show. I said, huh?
Mm.
I'm going to put y'all on the Flip. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So we went to the Flip Wilson show, and Carl Davis told us, take Old Girl with you. I said, Old Girl? That ain't no hit record. That's that's a pop record. So I didn't like no pop. I always liked the R&B records, the R&B stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, we took that record to the Flip Wilson show and did Have You Seen Her? And then came back with that Old Girl. Old Girl came on the charts at #1 for 18 weeks.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Awesome.
That's when
Awesome.
I knew we was on our way.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
You, you see what Geraldine can do for you?
I tell you what,
He was a myth.
if you get a pop record, you don't have to worry about it no more. If you can get a #1
Right.
pop record, you on your way. I mean,
Mhm.
that took us
Okay.
everywhere: Australia, Italy, France, Germany, Guam, Singapore. Just on and on. You can that one record, Old Girl, and that what gave us that star in Hollywood.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Speaking
Mm.
about the star, Marcia, that's what I wanted to ask you about. 2021. Tell us a little bit about that star and what it means to you. And I'm saying to you because you're here now. The rest of the guys aren't.
Well, what happened is I never thought we'd get no star. #1, I've been looking at the star for many years. At my age, all my favorite guys that are on got a star out there: Humphrey Bogart, Frank Sinatra, and all them guys. I'm telling you, when they called us and they voted us in, and I found out that the song that got us that star was "Oh Girl," I said,
Mm.
"Wow, what a
Mm.
record!"
Okay.
They voted out of 1,000 people. We came in at #1. That's how we
Mm.
got that
That's
Mm.
star.
awesome. That is
Mhm,
awesome. That is
mhm,
awesome. That's awesome, my brother. I got just a little bit of something. Want to throw like a little curve in here. You and I were
mhm.
talking off stage and talked a little bit about one of my favorite songs from 1981 was "Hot on a Thing Called Love."
Mm.
You have redone that song. Yeah, I don't know if the rest of you guys know it all right, but he's redone that song in his name, and he just changed one word. It was "Hot on a Thing." He's changed it to "Hot on a Thing," and they got the he
Wow.
changed it to a line dance with the fans and all that kind of stuff. What I want to do is
Mhm.
I want to take you now. Let's go back to 1981 and hear a little bit of "Hot on the Thing Called Love." All right, let's do that.
All right, Diane.
Right.
Now, hold it down.
Mm.
Connie over here
1981,
snapping
baby.
his fingers.
1981. We used to cha-cha Loretta's hi-hat off of this, boy. I tell you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They still chop off of this.
Why was I attracted to you? Tell me what man would be attracted to you? You what a woman could do. I didn't know until I found out the truth. And I'm hot on the thing. You got me ever loving hot on the thing. Till I'm rolling over, baby, hot on the thing. You got me hot, so hot on the thing, on the thing, on the thing. Called love, I'm hot.
All right, I just want to give you a little bit of it. Russell, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knows what it is, but I just want to give you a little. Now, listen, Marshall, if I put the other piece on and you want to get up and do a couple of little moves, it's all right. We ain't gonna get mad at you. You know what I mean? All right, I want to take you to the new version. This is Marshall's new version. It's on a video. Hopefully, I get it to play.
Why wasn't I attracted to you? Tell me what man would be attracted to you. What did you do? No other woman can do. I didn't know till I found out the truth. And I'm hot, babe. You got me burning up, babe. You got me really hot, babe. You got me burning up, babe. Oh, yeah. Oh, babe. You got me
All right. I'm supposed to be stopping it. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's give Marshall a nice round of applause for doing that. The original version that I played was 1981, and he just came out with this one here. And as according to him, and I believe him wholeheartedly, that it's tearing up the charts because it's being a line dance, and also it's putting money in his pocket because people are buying fans.
Well, Eugene record, was the high tenor of the Shallow and I was a
Yes.
low baritone, so I sung it in my key. I didn't sing it in
Right.
Gene's key, so that's my voice, the new version.
Yeah. So, Marshall, let me ask you, what gave you that idea to do that?
Well, the melody, I always was crazy about our original version with Eugene, and me sang in the background with Squirrel and Red, the original guys, and Gene was gone, Red is gone, Squirrel is gone. So now let me go out there and do the same thing, the same cut with the same words. Gene still wrote the song, so let's go
Right.
at it, and it's working for me.
Okay. Well, it seems to be doing very, very well, my brother. That's for sure. And I wish you
Mhm.
all the success with that,
Thank you.
with that particular cut, and with everything that you do. Let me
Thank
step
you so
out.
much.
Drew, come on in. You got something for us?
Yes, sir. Dr. Marshall, I read here that groups like the Stylistics, Dramatics gave you that moniker, the Godfather of vocal groups.
He sure
But I also
did.
read here that and I also what I didn't know that you helped them manage their career, their money, make sure they got paid doing shows back in those days. Am I reading this correctly?
You read it perfectly.
Okay. All right. So you was a manager as well as an entertainer, a vocalist?
Well, when I first started off, I managed the Jackson Five. I got them to Motown,
Wow. Did
and
not
that's
know
when the
that.
first all started. Yeah, I was
Oh,
Joe Jackson's partner. Everybody knew that part for over 50 years.
okay.
And
Oh,
we
wow.
played the Regal Theater. We played the Regal Theater in Chicago, same place that I got my break with Gladys Knight. I had the Jackson
Oh,
Five on the
wow.
show because me and Joe Jackson was managing them at the time. Bobby Taylor, the Vancougers, that's who started everything.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was on the show with us. He was the headliner of the show. And I went
Hmm.
upstairs to talk to Bobby Taylor. I said, Bobby, could you take the Shylights to Motown? And at the meanwhile, Michael Jackson and my little boys there downstairs, they were tearing the stage up. The little girls was going crazy. Wow, scream. So Bobby said, who is that making all that noise downstairs? I said, that's Joe Jackson boys. Me and him managed the Jacksons. So I took him downstairs and introduced him to Joe Jackson. And the next day, Joe was on his way to Motown.
Wow.
So I called Joe, see where he was. I said, man, what about me? I was going to Motown. So I ended up going to Brunswick Records. I'm glad I did because Motown had too many top groups over there. Temptation,
Yeah.
Four Tops. We would have got
Right.
lost in the shuffle. So we went over to Brunswick and we ended up being the king over there. So it worked
Okay.
out really good.
Good.
Yes, it did. Yes,
So
it
Good
did.
that's where I
question,
come to
Drew.
be the manager of everything. You know, from there and traveling with Gladys, traveling with the Major Lance on the road, that gave me more fronting. You know, I went through all that not getting paid. People wasn't paying you on the road and all this. So I
Yeah.
cut that out. I say, yeah, we're gonna get paid first before we do
Right.
anything.
Wow.
Right.
They
That's
are.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Good
And
question,
then
Drew.
when I
Good
got
question.
into when my wife had passed, my wife, she had passed, she had taught me the computer. That was 20 something years ago. She had taught me the
Mm.
computer and she said, Marsha, you better learn this computer because you're gonna need this one day. And I'm still on the computer. And then I learned how to
Okay.
find out where to get our money for the royalties, for records, sound exchange, different things. So I started giving it to Dramatics, giving it to all Whispers, all of them. I call all of them up. Hey, y'all get paid for your royalties yet? No. I say I'll send you a link. Go to this link. Go here and read it. And now everybody's
Hmm.
getting paid out here. Yeah.
That's a good
Mm.
thing.
God bless you,
Good
son.
thing.
God bless
That's a good thing. That's awesome, man. It's yeah. That's awesome.
So that's
That's
how that
awesome.
you.
started. That's how that Godfather
Yeah.
thing started. The guy say,
Well,
make
Right.
him the
that's
Godfather. He's getting our money for our families.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's
Okay.
that's a great thing because a lot of groups didn't get paid, you know. But having you
Uh-huh.
looking over those guys, man, that's so noble,
It is.
noble.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
is.
right,
Good
right.
question, Drew.
It's a
Come on
hard
in,
thing when y'all.
Russell. I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Marshall.
Sir.
Didn't
Yeah.
mean to cut you off. I was just asking Russell to come on in.
Mhm.
Yes. Marshall, do you feel responsibility to represent the soul era for the younger generation?
Yes, what happened is when Beyonce got our song "Crazy in Love," which is "Are You My Woman," our Shotlights record, "Are You My
Mhm.
Woman," tell me so. And when Jay Z did December Folk, which is "That's How Long I Love You" by the Shotlights, I said, wow, it must be something now with our music is generating sales for the young folks. So that's what happened.
Okay.
You know, I felt that let me get into both areas. So anytime the young people call me, I help them as well as the guys that are still trying to sustain in the music. I help them. So it's just working
Mhm.
out really good at this time.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome. Good question. Good question. And that piggyback right off of what Drew said. That's an awesome thing to give back the way that you're doing it. That's a very, very awesome thing. The young folks
Thank you.
and the ones that have been there, like you said, to sustain what they already got or what they're already doing. Because as you well know, and I think we know too from talking to the different artists, all we were when we were coming through at that time back in the day, all we wanted to do was get a nice Reynolds wrap suit, spit on the girls, and get a
Yep.
Cadillac. That's all we wanted to do.
Yep.
We didn't
That was
know
it.
anything
That
about the
was it.
business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
DD,
That was
come on
it.
in, babe.
That was it.
Dr. Marshall, I read that Eugene Record wrote most of your songs.
Uh-huh.
She said Eugene
Eugene
wrote
wrote
most of
all
the
the
songs.
songs just about.
Oh, he
Yeah.
wrote all of
Yes.
them. Oh, okay.
And the group itself, we had an A major in our group, the bass singer, he was an A major in music. He made up all the background to Gene's songs that we wrote for us.
Mm.
Cool, cool. All right, Professor, come on in.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, the music industry has changed drastically since the 60s and the 70s. So, what are the biggest differences that you see in the way that music is created, marketed, and consumed today compared to your peak era?
Well, it was totally different now because back in the day we had to do things a different way. Now you could take music right now and get on if you know the computer, get on there, go to Spotify, you can and all them different little programs and create your own thing. You really, if you know what you're doing and you have the right record, it's got to be the right record though. Okay, you can
Mm,
make it
Mm.
without even a record company these days.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
You just got to
Now,
have the
Marshall,
right record.
that's a good question, Professor. If I could just piggyback on that, Marshall, in your opinion, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, both. because because if you can do it yourself and you land, listen, okay, for instance, hot on the thing, my new cut, right? I'm up to
Mhm.
450,000
Okay,
already and only been out what 3 months?
Mm.
okay,
400.
On my own though. It's nowhere in the world I could have did that on my own without the internet and the computer. No way.
okay, okay.
Mhm.
So you're saying basically, if I can rephrase, it's a double-edged sword. It's good in one side, but it's bad in another side, or not as good in another side.
Well, it's according to it's based on if you got to hit records. You know that. I don't care what you do.
Right.
If you a lot of
And froze.
Froze
We'll
off.
wait for Mike. Yeah.
I say you get a hit record and see what happens. I bet you will get your record played.
Right,
Mm.
right. I don't know, and Professor, you would have to help me out of this because I don't know which direction you were coming from. Were you coming from the technical aspect era, which if you do something like Marshall said, it got 460, whatever, that's a good thing, or were you coming from the feel good era where we came from and doing it the right way? I don't know where you were going with that, Professor.
Either or
Okay,
even
well,
both, you
okay, well,
know,
I think
because
Marshall gave us. Go ahead, Marshall. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Well, a hit record is a hit record. Bottom line, you know, yeah. Everybody go in the studio, they think they got a hit.
Right,
Everybody. You never
right,
Mhm.
seen nobody come out the studio didn't tell you they had a hit. But
right.
a hit record is when they can buy it. If they buy it, you got a hit record. If you ain't sold nothing, you ain't got no hit record.
Got it.
Mm.
Mhm.
Got it. Right. Okay. So he did cover both areas.
yeah.
That's a good that's a good good point.
Mhm.
Marshall, let me ask you, and I think I asked you this off mic, but I want to ask you on mic, on screen, because a lot of the viewing list audience would like to hear this. Since you are the last living member of the original Shylights, you have trained a bunch of guys now to sort of carry the Shylights name on. How difficult, or is it difficult, for you to pass on that knowledge to them to get them where you want them to be?
Well, it's just like this. On that music, I'm the last voice that's sung on every record. Every record
Right.
that you got at home, you hear my voice. Because I'm in
Got
the
it.
background, but my voice is there. Okay?
Right.
It's kind of hard for some of my guys because when we go overseas, I don't, in the United States, it's almost like that here too. But overseas, when you go over there and they want your autograph, they won't take nobody's autograph but the original person.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a very good point. We know how the people overseas are. They're what you call official no nonsense oldie lovers. That's
You
pretty much
better
what they
believe it.
are.
You better
Yeah.
believe it. They
Yeah.
still playing all of our records overseas right now. It's just like they just came out yesterday.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right. Right. Well, you must really get swamped because you are the last alive living member alive. You must really get swamped.
Okay. Well, you notice when you go on my page, you always see the original guys, regardless
Right.
of what. Okay, you might
Okay.
see me by myself because when the Shy Lights come in your town to sing, as long as they got Marshall Thompson, you got the Shy Lights.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Mm.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If you don't have Marshall Thompson, you don't have the Shy Lights.
I got you.
You
I
see?
got you.
See,
Makes sense.
that's why I'm the last original person that's on that stage, like Otis. Otis is the last
Yeah.
original Temptation on that
Yes.
stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I got you. I got
Singing
you.
background, singing lead, or whatever he's saying, he's still on
Doesn't
them
matter.
records. He's
Yeah.
still on
Doesn't
them
matter.
records.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Russell, coming at you again, babe. What you got?
Hi, yes. You did an interview with the Vegas guys, and you was gifted a hat and a box with colorful feathers in it as a symbolic gesture, celebrating your legacy and your vibrant personality. What do you think the hat and feathers symbolizes in the context of your career?
You know
Okay, I
what? Before
lost a
you
little of
answer
it.
that, Marshall, before you answer that, I want to know where the hell Restful is, because this is not Restful here with these words and whatever. This is not her. Who the hell is this? Go ahead,
I've been
Mars.
looking at a lot of your interviews. You've done a lot of interviews, and yeah.
Go ahead, Marshall.
You there?
I think he's freezing on us a little
Rose
bit.
again.
Yeah, not him, but Marshall, can you hear me?
Look like it's frozen.
Yeah,
Might
it
be
is. It is.
weather out there or something.
They
It
say
is.
it's windy. I looked up the weather. It's windy out there.
Okay,
Okay.
I didn't catch you with your subject. You
Go,
cut
In
Russell,
Vegas?
ask him again.
off some kind of
Huh?
way. I didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah.
Ask him again.
What do you think? What do you think the hat and feathers symbolizes in the context of your career? The hat and feathers that was gifted to you through the Vegas guys.
Well, the Vegas guys are up on everything that I do, and they for me for what I do, and they're willing to learn what we did originally. So that's what makes the difference of what's going on now. When they hit that stage, they're a split image of my original group because I make them do it that way. I have a thing to do on stage. They have a thing to do on stage, and it works.
Okay. Okay. Good question. Good question. All right. Good question. Drew, come on in.
Dr. Marshall, has any other, how's the best way to phrase this? Have there ever been any attempts by other members who passed by your group to steal your group name? And by that, I mean, out here in Philly, we had so many other, two different groups of stylistics, Blue Magic and stuff, but I don't recall ever seeing somebody saying, trying to steal the group name and say that they're the stylistics without you. How are you able to combat that?
Well, they trying that. They've been trying. A couple of groups tried it in your area in New York.
Okay.
Not too long ago, they once got. Long as they say tribute groups or what is tribute review groups, that's legal with the
Yeah.
government. Okay, you could
Oh,
be
okay.
tribute or review all day, but that you can't say
Mhm.
the shy lights
Mm.
at all.
Right.
If you say the
Okay.
shy lights, then I'll come get my check.
I know
Okay.
that's
Now
right.
what?
I know that's
Now
right.
What we're talking about. Okay.
one guy would book me in Washington D.C. Last Christmas. Okay, he sent
Really?
me my deposit 10,000. Okay, but he sent me my deposit 2 days before the show. So I told him,
Mm.
listen, I can't come to Washington D.C. You got to send me all my money.
Right.
So
Mm.
he didn't send it. So what he did, he hired some guys from the Delphonics group because they was on the show
Yeah.
to go out there and play like they were the Shy Lights. So I was gonna
Good.
send
What?
him. I was gonna send it. I wouldn't. I told him if you don't send me my money, I'm not coming. If you don't send all of it, so he didn't have to send all of it because it wasn't in their contract. But I wasn't going nowhere with 20 people on a promise. I wasn't gonna do that. So I said, you
Right.
got to send me all of my money. So
Right.
now I was gonna send him his $10,000 back the next day, but I watched the show,
Hmm.
right? And he called the group, the Shine Lights on the stage. They went on stage as the Shine Lights. And so he called me, say, did you send my money back? I said, you had the Shine Lights there. I was there. You called
Wow.
them the
Wow.
Shine Lights.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping this
Wow.
10,000. I kept that 10,000, bought me some hamburgers.
Wow. Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
And all this
Now,
happened recently.
if he had to say it, ladies and gentlemen, how about it for the Shine Light review? Then I had to send my
Yes.
money back.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But he said the
So they.
Shine Light.
Right. Right.
Wow.
That's
So you.
crazy, man.
And
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I got him on tape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This business, this is a beautiful business at times, but at other times it's snake in the grass type
Oh,
stuff. And it
snake.
really
Oh
is.
my God.
Yeah, it is.
Music
Wow.
business. Maybe you better know what you're doing when you want to be in that music business. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Exactly. Good
Yes.
question, Drew.
Yeah.
Good question. DD, come on in, babe.
Dr. Marshall, who dressed y'all? Who picked out your dress, your uniforms, or I guess they were called uniforms, because I remember when you first came out, you didn't wear the hats.
Right.
Okay. You
Right.
had, I mean, y'all were always dressed, but you didn't wear the hats at first.
Right. I changed that. I changed it to because a lot of groups was wearing anything out there, and I want to keep with the Chicago style. You dig? The style in Chicago is hats, hats,
Okay.
the pants. We would wear the chains on the side, them long chains.
Right.
You know, back in the Capone days, and we're
Mm-hmm.
known for the Chicago Shylights. Anytime we hit that stage, they're gonna know who the Shylights is. Because when we walk out there, they're gonna say, "That's Chicago." That's what they do when we walk out on stage now.
Right. Right. Right.
Right.
Good question. Good question. Good question. I'd love to be in your closet to take some of them helmets, man. I'd love to get some. I'm telling you, love it. You got them
Right,
all. They got
right.
all colors. I mean,
Every
all
color.
colors.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
Come
fortunate.
on
We've
in,
been
Professor.
fortunate enough to sustain. I got. I'm going to tell you how many hats I got.
I don't want you to tell me either because I'm gonna get mad.
Mhm.
You
I
got
can
a
open up.
closet
I can
just
open up.
for hats.
I can open up my hat shop and tell you that.
I tell you, I believe you because I'm a hat man. I love hats, man. Love hats. Come on in,
Me too.
Professor.
Okay. You got a closet just for hats.
Yeah, I got a closet for hats and suits as well.
And probably shoes
Mm.
too.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, for a younger artist today trying to make their mark in R&B or soul music, what is the single most important piece of advice you could offer them based on your career?
Good question.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Marshall, did you hear that?
Nope.
Okay,
Okay.
repeat it.
For a younger artist today trying to make their mark in R&B or soul music, what is the single most important piece of advice you could offer them based on your career?
Well, I would say you got to come at it. You got to come at what you know, because everybody knows something, but you got to come out with your own style. You got to have a different type of voice. You got to have your own voice of a style, and then you got a chance. If you sound like somebody else, that's mostly copycat. Okay,
Okay,
you got to have something new. Just like you're putting buying a new car. You're not gonna keep the old car. You want a new car. So people want to hear
right.
something that's new. It's
Okay,
world is changing. World is changing. Well, how we used to do it back in the days, that's gone. You got to find a new way. What's going on?
okay,
Mhm.
Okay.
okay. Good question. Good question. Now, Marshall, you're somewhat immersed in the new technology, but then you have the old school attitude, if you will, because that's how you were brought up. That's how you made your mark in this business, and you've this is how you've helped other people.
Right.
Your preference, Marsh, your preference. Would you prefer to have the new stuff go on, or would you prefer to be back in the old days where everybody, where my appreciation is everybody enjoyed the show and the music?
Right. Well, first of all, you got to have a little of both,
Yeah.
because the older people are just about passing away. So your drawing power changes, because a
Right.
lot of people is not here no more. So you got to create something that's going to bring in the new people as well. Okay,
Okay.
like
Okay.
how many people got a wheelchair at a Starlight show? They got them everywhere.
All right. All
Okay, if
right.
I'm
Mm.
83 years old, so the people that come to see me got to be up in their 70s or 60s. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
I got you. I
So,
got you.
but you want to create where the younger people, as well as the people that came up with you, like your music. And a lot of them is doing it because that's why they recording our songs again.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good point. Very good point.
Mm.
I have said many, many times that the oldies are not going anywhere. Yes, the artists that sing them, they pass away, they get sick, this, they retire, whatever. But the music itself is not going anywhere. And here's the point. Here's the example that I use. Music that came out, for example, like At Last. Okay. In 1991, 92, the number one car in the United States was a Jaguar. because of Etta James's At Last. Movies like Ghost
Yep.
that brought back the careers of the Righteous Brothers and also Solomon Burke. You know, things like they come away in movies, they come away in commercials, they come back 50, 60, 70 years later, and they sound just as good now as they did then.
They sure do.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That old girl ain't going nowhere. It'll be around for
Oh,
forever and a day.
old girl will be here when I'm gone, you gone, everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. Drew, come on in, Drew.
Marshall, I knew you received a Grammy from Beyonce's Crazy in Love. What I didn't realize, you won 6 Grammys that night. Am I correct?
No, Beyonce won 6 Grammys. She gave us one of
Well,
her
yeah,
Grammys. Yes, that's
right,
how we
right.
got out.
But I'm sure you're getting a cut from that as
Well, I mean
well.
that comes in the royalty side, you know. Especially I get a double because I'm playing the instrument on the record as well as being the shot light.
Okay. Besides Jay-Z and Beyonce, are rappers still sampling your music? And can you
Well, there's
share?
so many of them, so many of the different artists did our music. MC Hammer did "Have You Seen Over."
Yeah.
K Michelle did "That's How Long I Love You." The girl that did what's the name? Fantasia did "There Will Never Be Any Peace." I mean,
Oh,
just
that's
over
right.
and over
I
and over.
remember that. Wow. You're getting
Fantasia's
royalty
very
checks from
first
everywhere.
record. Fantasia's very first record that she made, "Baby Mama," that was "There Will Never Be Any Peace." She took we gave her the music.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That
Amazing.
is.
That's
That is.
staying power.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That library that you got is off the chain, man. It's off the chain.
Hmm.
Okay. Come on in, Russell.
Yes, Marshall. We're talking going back to your song "Oh Girl." Can you tell us what that song means to you today? Can you just walk us through the creation of it and what it means to you today?
Marshall, you get that?
Come on, I'm here. I'm
Go
here.
ahead.
Not in here.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Russell.
okay. So can you walk us through the creation of "Oh Girl" and what the song means to you today?
Well,
Can you hear me?
you don't want
No.
me to say that one. That means a lot to me. First of all, it
Huh?
was an experience. It was about the experience of Eugene Record with his first
Yeah.
wife. Okay,
Right.
that's where it started from on that song. And but it was the biggest record we ever had. And like I said, I didn't know that a pop record, if you get a pop record, you got it made in the music game. So once
Yeah.
it got out there and did what it did and sent us to all these countries all over the world, then I realized what a crossover song can do for you. Because if you have an
Mhm.
R&B song, just one side, that's not going to make it. You got to have a crossover. That's why when you get to star in Hollywood, they look at your record and make sure that you had a song that everybody knows,
Right.
Chinese, Japanese, everybody. And that's what happened to that old girl.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Good question. Good question. Good question. Professor, come on in.
Okay. You've toured for decades. Is there a particular city, venue, or crowd reaction that stands out as your favorite memory from a live performance?
Well, my favorite city is Manchester, England. That's where I have a lot of grandchildren there.
Oh,
Okay. And that city there, I mean, it was just magic in Manchester. That's right up street from Liverpool.
yeah.
I mean, they always kept up respect with the Shallites. Elton John always brought us in to Watford, England, to play for him, and that was good. But I think Manchester was one of my greatest because my granddaughter right now is one of the top models there. It took her, made
Oh.
her career. So I mean,
Mm.
it's just fabulous, just to know that people love you across seas.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations to your granddaughter, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before I bring DD in, Marcia, would you mind tilting your head back a little bit so quick? Because we're looking at the bottom of your hat. There you go. That way, this way we can see your blue eyes. Oh, he don't have
Right
blue eyes,
on.
do he?
Right
Okay.
on.
Come on in, DD.
Okay, now, Dr. Marshall, out of all awards and inductions and different things, what is most dearest to your heart?
Hollywood
Ooh,
Walk of Fame.
good
Okay.
question.
Mhm.
Good question.
That
Good
star,
question.
that star on that boulevard, right across the street from the Live Nation building. When you're going, if you want to see the star, if you're out in Hollywood, you go to the Live Nation building, go straight across the street. You're gonna see Shine Lights, Herbie Hancock, Jackie Wilson. There's four of them there, and there was one more, Herbie and oh, Sam Cooke, right there.
Okay.
Okay. You go up a little further, you see Michael Jackson and them. You see the Motown people a lot. You're up there, but just being in that, having that star in Hollywood is man, that really touched me. I never thought we would get a star in Hollywood actually in my career.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Well,
Okay.
Glad you
congratulations on
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. And
Well deserved.
you're also in with good with a bunch of great people. You know what I mean?
Also,
That's found that.
yeah, Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney, Lucille Ball. I mean, name them on and on and on.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Brother Michael Ferry is looking at us, and we appreciate you, one of the viewers, checking in. I know there's a couple of more, but I can't see anybody's names. But all of you guys that are tuning in, we're talking to the legendary doctor, if you will, Dr. Marshall Thompson. He is the last living original member of the group, the Shylights, and I say the world famous Windy City Shylights. That's what I've always called them, the Windy City Shylights. And we're talking to him about his career and the group and his new music and what have you. We're blessed to have him on, and he looks absolutely great, which I didn't expect anything different. I really didn't. If somebody out there has a key to his closet where the hats are, ship it to me, please, and just let me know when he's not going to be home. You know what I'm saying? Marshall, what more do you wish to
Right.
accomplish? Marshall, what more do you wish to accomplish before you say goodnight?
Well, I I want to try to help many as I can before I can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm just want to keep my health and strength out here and relax and keep that stress off you. The stress is the number one killer in the world. You got to be
Yeah.
relaxed. And when they sent me to Las Vegas and he put me in that house, where I don't hear no sirens, no nothing, I'm relaxed.
Mm.
That's great. That is great. Stress-free housing. That's good, man. That's pretty
That's
good.
the key. That's the key.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
pretty good. That's
Don't.
pretty good.
My dad used to say, "Don't worry about nothing you can't do nothing about."
That's true. That's true. That's
Mm.
very true.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna go around the hoop here and say our goodbyes, if you will. DD, you want to start us off, please?
Dr. Marshall, it was a pleasure having you tonight and talking to you. And I wish you everything you want, okay, for the rest of your life. Everything.
Thank, thank you so much. You really had my heart bumping in here. So I know I got a fan right there. You.
Okay.
Thank you. Russell, come on in, please.
Yes, yes, Mr. Marshall, thanks again for sharing your story with us. Uh, really learned a lot. And also, we hope that, an hour is not enough. So we hope that, and we would love to have the pleasure of having you back again someday.
I hope I did a
Amen.
great job with you all tonight.
You
Yes.
And
did.
I did what I know and tell the truth what I know, and we keep moving from there.
You always
Yes.
have, my brother. You always have. Come
Yes.
on in, Drew.
Dr. Marshall, thank you so very much once again for joining us, man. It was a pleasure having you, sharing your stories, and we hope to see you perform soon. Hopefully, you'll be back in the Philly area very soon. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Yeah, we be coming that way very, very soon.
Well, just keep me, Marshall. Just
Amen.
keep me in the loop if you would, so I can let everybody know, what's what. If you
Yes.
don't mind, just keep me in the loop.
Yes.
We have Rita is with us tonight, and Quintella is with us. Quintella, good to hear from you, and congratulations on your retirement. Rita, also glad to have you here as
Okay.
well. Professor, you want to go ahead and give us your goodbyes?
Dr. Marshall, thanks so much. You guys have always been one of my favorite groups. Y'all are definitely in my rotation on my playlist.
Right on.
The last time I saw you guys, you weren't feeling too well. I remember they wheeled you out in a wheelchair, but when the show, your part of the show was over, you walked off that stage.
You
So,
ought to, you ought to be the first to hear the new birthday song coming out.
all
Yeah,
right.
well, as soon as you
Okay.
send it to me, Marsh, I'm going to include everybody here.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to release it until you tell me to
yeah,
release it.
don't play it for nobody but you all personally. Soon it'll be
You
out in
got it.
about 30 days.
All
It'll be
right,
out.
Okay.
all right. But you'll send me a copy of it before then, though.
It's called Happy Birthday to the Baddest Girl in the World.
All
Mm.
right,
All
all
right.
right, all right, all right.
I'm going to play that
Um,
on my birthday.
I know that's right.
well, as soon as he sends it to me, I'm going to share it with you guys, and then we'll talk about it, a little bit later. Didi,
Yeah,
you started it off with the goodbyes, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's went around. Marshall, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, my brother. And
thank you.
again, I wish you all the success on all your endeavors, whichever way you go and whatever, especially with the new guys. I, like Drew and everybody else here, can't wait till you come to the Philadelphia area so we
Right.
can come and see you guys and support you as much. You know what I mean? We
Thank
definitely want to
you.
do that.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
yeah, and I'm looking forward to getting that happy birthday. I'm looking forward to getting that. What I want to share with
You're
you
gonna
before
have
you
that.
go, Marsh. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're
What'd you
gonna have
say,
that in
Marsh?
10 minutes. You have
Okay,
it in
all
10
right.
minutes.
What I want to share with you, Marshall, before you go, and everybody else, is everybody else ran around the circle here and told them their favorite songs. My favorite of all time has got to be "The Coldest Days of My Life,"
I
the
knew you
part
was
one
gonna.
and
I
part
knew you
two.
was gonna.
Mm.
I knew you was
Yes,
gonna say that.
everybody, I had
That's
to.
a good one.
That's
I'm
my
gonna
favorite song. That's
Yes,
my
sir,
favorite.
everybody, man. Yes, sir. I was in the service at Randolph Air Force Base in Texas, and I used
Mhm.
to play that thing, and I wouldn't blast it, but I would turn it up loud enough that the bass would make the locker shake, and I just
Woo.
and then the wind come in and take me away.
Yep.
Oh
That's,
man, what a
that's
great
right.
song! Great
That's
song.
right. Thank you.
My
Thank you
favorite,
so much.
and of course, then you got A Lonely Man, and you've got
Uh-huh.
Toby, and
Uh-huh.
I Want to Be Like My Daddy. Well, there's so many songs that you guys have done, and then you did the remake when I was at WTNJ radio station, the remake of Have You Seen Her in
Right.
1971. You did the
Right.
remake. That was awesome too. You know what I mean?
Right. Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
so I appreciate your talents, and I appreciate you guys specifically, and I definitely want to hope that you guys come to Philadelphia area pretty soon so we can get a chance to support you and you can meet all of us in person, just like we
Right on.
instead of talking on the phone here.
That'd be a beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Mhm.
Well, I'm going to give you the space now to go ahead and close out your remarks if there's anything you'd like to say before we sign off.
You're right. Well, I like to say, Mary, number one, and it's a pleasure for me to be here for all you wonderful people there, and I'm really excited about the new cut. Like I told you, the Happy Birthday song. We've been working a
Yes.
while to get a song like this, and I think when we get to Philadelphia and places in the area, everybody got a birthday out there. I'm gonna really shout it out, and we're gonna do that song, and they're gonna dance like they never danced before.
All right, that sounds good. That sounds good, my brother. Again, on behalf of Music Lovers Ltd, we appreciate your time hanging out with us, and you and I will be in touch soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the legendary, and yes, he has a doctor in front of his name. He certainly deserves it, but I'll call him the legendary Marshall Thompson, last living member of the original group, the Windy City Shylights. Be sure and tune in. Keep your radio on for 106.5 FM, WPPM. Yours truly from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. playing the oldies. What a great way to start your Saturday morning. Great way. Keep in mind that on next week, on Wednesday, Salt, Pepper Memories, the TV show comes back again. I think I'm still celebrating my anniversary. Thursday night, Remember Then Radio from 8 p.m. until 12 midnight. Next Friday, our guest is going to be a local talent. His name, of course, is Mr. Johnny Kroom, This guy is a miracle in the Philadelphia area. I'm going to let everybody look him up. His name is Johnny Kroom. He is an awesome person. Wait till you see all the awards and stuff that this guy's got. And he's very, very quiet. He's a humble giant is what he is. But that's our guest for next week. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Marshall, we love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. Take care, everybody. Let me get my music on so we can get out of here and say bye.
Bye-bye.
All right now. Once again, everybody have a great weekend. Marshall, we love you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.